Let's bring back our panel, David Drucker, Anita Dunn, and Brian Jones. I got a lot to jam in. First, I want to get you guys to react to this new Tim Pawlenty ad on the Minnesota government shutdown. Watch.
Minnesota gripped by one of the longest transit strikes in history. Why? Because Governor Tim Pawlenty refused to cave in to government unions. Result? Pawlenty won. Minnesota government shut down. Why? Because Tim Pawlenty would not accept Democrats' massive tax and spending demands. Result? Pawlenty won.
Brian, last week there was a few articles in there. It was this shutdown going to hurt Pawlenty, help Pawlenty, since it was his budget shortfall they were negotiating with. He clearly is nervous about how this was going to get defined, and he went up early.
Maybe a good move politically, rip from the headlines approach, trying to jump right into the news cycle, but I do think it's a little dangerous. You don't know how this is going to wind up playing out. So now he's inserted himself into a political situation that has this uncertainty around it. So, we'll see how it plays out for him, but a little bit of a dangerous move.
Yeah, Anita, would you be, on a campaign this early, be trying to follow the headlines? This is more of a general election strategy, frankly.
Well, Chuck, what you have to look at from Tim Pawlenty's point of view is he is the issue up there right now in the state of Minnesota. It's what the fight is about, is his shortfall and his bad policies that led to the problems. And both Democrats and Republicans up there have been talking about that. So in many ways, he doesn't have a lot of choice in terms of trying to define this. He's got to go define this, absolutely, or he will get defined. And we all know what it's like for governors who are running for president, who have to live with, or former governors who have to live with every single thing that happens in their states. And this happens to be a very big thing that's happening in his state that actually is his responsibility.
And borders Iowa. Speaking of Iowa Republican caucus goers, David Drucker, take a look at this poll. It's done for the Iowa Republican. It is a news organization written by Republicans for Republicans. They asked Jan von Lohausen, who was President George W. Bush's pollster, Mitch McConnell's favorite pollster, to conduct, this is a very good pollster, to conduct a poll of Iowa Republican caucus goers asking, who would you vote for? Someone who can beat Obama or someone closer to your view? The idea of electability versus purity. Electability 2-to-1, 61% to 32%. Surprise?
No, I'm not. And Chuck, as you know, electability always plays a big role in a presidential primary. And I think what Republicans are hungry for is somebody who's authentic, who tells them the truth, and who's willing to say, I may not agree with you on everything, but I agree with you on the big things, and therefore support me. And I found this last week in South Carolina.
Right.
People said, social conservatives said, fiscal issues are huge, and if somebody is at least honest with me, I can deal with it.
Brian Jones, you seem to raise an eyebrow. You were a little bit surprised by, I guess, the gap.
It is a little surprising, particularly when you see the people who are trying to really make a strong play in Iowa, and you see last time Mike Huckabee was the social conservative, maybe not the most electable character, and Michelle Bachmann doing well right now, but at the same time, it just shows that among the Republican electorate, this dislike of Obama, wanting to throw Obama out of office, is driving the conversation.
Anita, very quickly, so I'll let you have Rainn Wilson here. He tweets, the man from office, he tweets Newt Gingrich, Dear Newt Gingrich, because of my many Newt Schrute rhyme options, I humbly offer my services as your new campaign manager. Newt tweeted back, at Rainn Wilson, we have a campaign manager. What about assistant to the campaign manager? Newt has a sense of humor.
Well, not only does he have a sense of humor, but he could easily be running the most interesting campaign if you took him up on the offer.
And actually brought him in and had a little shtick with that. All right, I've got to go to shameless plugs really fast. David, quick.
Christina Bellantoni, my colleague, hosting XM's Press Pool on Thursday, and I've got a South Carolina story in today's roll call.
Coming up, Anita.
Shameless plug. My New York partners, Jennifer Cunningham, Stephen Friedman, and Josh Isay, who managed the gay marriage referendum in New York, the campaign for that, and won.
Well, good
and
for
we
them.
are very pleased about that.
Congratulations.
Very proud.
Western Republican Leadership Conference, October 18th to the 21st in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be a big political conference this year, major political debate. Hope you'll be there, Chuck.
Well, we'll see. Depends what network the debate's on. That's it for this edition of the Daily Rundown. Tomorrow on the show, RNC Chairman Reince Priebus, plus our look at the politics of the NBA lockout. Coming up next on MSNBC, Chris Jansing and Company, then at 1 o'clock. Don't miss Andrea Mitchell Reports. She'll speak to Republican Senator John Cornyn. A big hit over the weekend with many. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.